Hi, Coach Guy here, certified personal trainer. Quarantine is forcing us to be a little creative when it comes to working out at home. I'm here to help you move more while we have to stay inside. Home workout number 3 is designed with no need for any equipment. All you'll need is a jug, 2 cans of foods, and a large towel. If you happen to have any equipment at home, please use that instead of the household items I'm using. Before I continue, if you like this video, please click the like button and subscribe. It helps with the YouTube algorithm and makes the channel visible to more people. You could say that by clicking the like button, you are doing your part in helping people move more. If you have any comments, requests, or recommendations, please put them in the comments below. I read them all, I'll make sure to reply, and we'll consider any of your requests for future videos. Now, this workout was designed with beginners in mind. However, it can be very difficult depending on your fitness level. The goal is to have a workout that incorporates all the major body parts, but also includes mobility and balance. Strength, mobility, and balance all decrease as we age. The only way to stop the decline and even reverse the curve is by including these factors regularly in your workouts. If you are new to working out, or you have been sedentary for a while, I'd like to invite you to do half the work for the first time around. Do half the sets, do half the reps, take twice as much rest. I prefer that you complete the workout by doing less, and that after you feel great, energized, proud of yourself, then rather to try to complete it the way it is, struggle, be in pain for a week, maybe not even finish the workout, and maybe even not train again. My motto is, train for success, not for failure. And without further ado, here is your workout. Go crush it! We are going to start your workout with dynamic stretching. We'll work our way from the neck down to the ankles. So we'll start with the head up and down. Everything is going to be 5 repetitions, and you can just follow along. We're going to go wall to wall. While stretching, it's a great opportunity to make sure you have good posture, shoulders are back, hands by your side, standing tall. We're going to go ear to shoulder. Good. Traps up and down. 4 and 5. From here we're going to do tall circles, or big circles. I want you to try to touch as soon as you can at the top of your head and hold on. 4 and 5. Backwards, hold that touch until you can't anymore. Really opening up the shoulders. Good. Next one's going to be a hug, and then you're going to touch behind. So it looks like this. We're going to do 10. And then alternate which arm comes in front on top. I think 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now you're going to use a wide stance. We're going to do trunk rotation. Only bend as much as you're comfortable, and you never want to have pain during the stretching. So we're going to bend forward, do a trunk rotation. We're going to do it 3 times one way. And that's 3, and then the other direction. And 3. Perfect. From here we're going to move to the legs. Now this will require a little bit of balance. If you don't have too good of balance, you need to practice. Make sure you hold on to something sturdy while you do the stretches. I'm going to show alternating sides, but you can do the one side 5 times and then switch leg. So we're going to start with knee to chest. If you're doing this with assistance, it will look like this. So this would be 3, 4, 5, and then you'll do the other side. 3, 4, and 5. You'll continue using assistance and doing the same side for the same leg, stretches for the next couple exercises. The next one, grab your foot and pull up. When we're warming up like this, we do what's called dynamic stretching. It gets us ready and you ready for the exercise we're going to do. We're stretching the muscle and then releasing. Very similar to what we'll be doing during the workout. And 5. The next one's a little complicated. Involves many things, but you start with just grabbing your foot, stretching the quads. Now if that's easy, you're going to reach up and stretch the quads. So I'm also stretching my obliques. That's 3. Now if you want to make it harder, you're going to go on your toes and back down. 4 and 5. Last exercise. Again, if you need assistance, please hold on. Good posture, shoulders are back. I'm going to start by lifting my left leg, going parallel and back. I'm using my core, but the main stretch is going to be on my right hamstring, which is the back of the leg. So 3, 4, and this is when you can alternate as you stretch as well. And 5, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. This is our quick stretch. If you need more, pause the video, do a few more stretches, and then hit play. We're going to move on to the mobility. For mobility today, we're going to do 2 movements. The first one is called the cat and camel. For this exercise, you're going to go on your hands and knees. Hands are right under my shoulders and knees right under my hips. I'm going to look down and I'm going to round my back. Then from here, slowly, I feel vertebrae from vertebrae, opening up, arching, and looking up. And then back the other way. Nice and smooth. The goal here is not to force anything. You just want to take your spine through its range of motion. We're going to do it 10 times. If going down on your knees is challenging, I recommend you do this just standing up, just rounding the spine and then arching it. Again, avoiding any pain. Good. After this, we're going to do floor angels. Also, they can be done against the wall, and then they're called wall angels. But if you're doing them lying down, legs are going to be bent, feet flat on the floor. This exercise is for your shoulders. My elbows and hands are touching the floor. And then from here, they're going to slide on the wall, on the floor, up and down. And I'm going to raise my arms pretty much straight above my head. And I'm going to bring my hands right by my shoulders. Now we're going to do 12 of these. If your shoulders are tight, it's possible you're not touching. You may be up here and trying to do the movement, and that's okay. And if the shoulders are tight, even if you're touching or not, they'll be burning after 12 repetitions. So we'll do 2 more. And last one. Excellent. For the balance section of this workout, the beginners will do 1 exercise, and people who are more comfortable with their balance will do an intermediate exercise. The first one is going to be simple. You're going to stand on 1 foot for 15 seconds. I'm going to have a timer going. At the beep, we'll switch sides. We're going to do both legs twice. If going on 1 foot is even challenging, make sure you hold on. A nice trick is just 1 finger touching, and then you progress to not touching. So for beginners, balance on 1 foot. For advanced, you can use cans or a jug. You're going to go on 1 foot, and then you're going to do circles around the body, 1 direction and 1 foot for 15. Keep the same direction, 1 foot, and then at the beep, we'll switch feet again, but now we'll change also the direction on both sides. So we'll get started, and this will last a minute. And let's go for it. Go on 1 foot, or do the jug circles on 1 foot, going towards clockwise. 3, 2, 1. If you're on the jug, switch foot, but still going clockwise. If you're just doing your balance, you switch foot, and you're holding that balance for 15 seconds. When you're doing this, it helps you stand tall, and you're looking in front. Now we're doing anti-clockwise. We're back on the left leg. By the way, if you're in your 60s or over, balance exercise are the #1 skill to develop to avoid falls. It's even more effective than strength exercise. And I hate to admit it because I really like strength exercise. But incorporating balance is key. And that's time. So that's for the balance. Now we're going to go into the workout section. First exercise is going to be a sumo squat. We're going to do 3 sets or series of exercise and 3 movements. So the first one is a sumo. Sumo is a wide stance. Okay, I would say about 1.5 shoulder width. You're going to go to the depth that you're comfortable. It's very possible as you warm up that you'll go a little deeper. If doing body weight only is too easy, so you're an advanced trainee, grab something to hold on to, hold it at chest level. So from here we're going to do 15 reps. And 1. Make sure you're breathing as you do this. 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm doing this, I'm trying to stay upright. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Our second exercise is going to be a towel row. So you have this nice long towel. You're going to wrap it around something sturdy. If you have stairs in the house, around the rail would be great. If you don't, you can also just use your hand and hold on to the rail. Here, in workout #1, I believe, we used the 2-hand row this way. Now I'm going to make it more challenging. I'm going to want you to hold on with 1 hand, and then you're going to do palm up, and you're going to pull, feel the contraction in your back. Adjust accordingly. We're going to do 8 repetitions. Keeping my spine neutral. And 8, we're going to switch sides. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Excellent. Third exercise is going to require lying down on the floor. If your knees hurt, I would recommend to do push-ups on the wall as a substitute. And now you'll use your 2 cans. If that's too light, you can use 2 jugs. From here we lie down. Legs are always bent. It takes away the stress on your low back. Head is resting on the floor, elbows are resting on the floor, and from here we're going to press. So it's like doing a bench press, but without a bench. And we're going to do 15 repetitions. When we're doing this exercise, we're working the pectorals, or the chest, and the secondary muscles will be the shoulders and the triceps. The triceps are at the back of the arm. I think 8, 9, again make sure you're breathing, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Getting up. If you need help, I would say 1 leg down, rolling over, and then from here, hands and knees, and standing up this way. Doing it the other way, people trying to this way like this will create way too much stress on your knees, and if they hurt already and going down on the floor is hard, rolling over, hands and knees and standing up will definitely be more safer, not more safer, but just safer, and create less pain. So we're going to go back to our squats. I'm going to do it without any weight this time. Okay, you can put your hands in front, across the chest, it doesn't matter. We're going to do our 15 sumo squats. That's 10, 5 more. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to the rows. I have a tendency to prefer using the weaker side first. Most people are right-handed, so we're going to start with the left. Again, breathing. It's good to breathe out when you're exerting effort. So in this instance, when I'm pulling in. So 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When I'm doing these, I'm keeping the shoulder down. There's going to be a tendency to do this with a lot of exercise. Okay, but keeping the shoulder down and the shoulder blades back for a good posture. Third exercise, floor press. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you need a break after each set, that's perfectly okay. You would take your break now. Take maybe up to a minute if you need it, or longer if you really feel out of breath. Have some water, then when you're ready, you hit play again, and let's go back to the sumo squats. Twelve, 13, 14, and 15. Rows with a towel, or just holding on to a rail. Palm up if you can. So 1, 2, 3. Here I'm working my back. 4, so I'm really focusing on feeling the back muscles on my left side. 7, and 8. Scoot over. 1, again, palm up as an option just to create a variation. Hits the back slightly differently than if I have my hand neutral or palms facing down. I think 7 and 8. Good. Floor press. For 15 repetitions. Now, if any exercise is too easy for you, you can do more reps. You can slow it down. Of course, the reverse, if it's very hard, less reps, less sets, longer breaks, and then you'll be able eventually to do this whole routine with no problem. I think I'm at 12, 13, 14, and 15. All right, so that's our first series of exercises. Next, we're gonna really smash the legs, so be prepared. It's a little technical. Again, do what you can. So I'm going to use the jug. And I'm going to start with what's called a suitcase deadlift. So deadlift is when I pick up, let's say, a barbell from the floor. We don't have a barbell, but with my suitcase deadlift, my feet are about shoulder width, hip width, so different stance than a sumo. I'm going to do what was going to look like a squat, but a deadlift, suitcase deadlift in this case, and I'm going to do 8. I'm keeping my body tight and straight. Because I only have the weight on one side, it's forcing my core to engage. So I'm at 7, I believe, and 8. This jug is going to stay in my hand the whole time. Contralateral, therefore, keeping the left foot, the working leg, on the floor. I'm going to do 8 stiff leg deadlifts. And then from here, again holding it, contralateral, stepping forward, doing a lunge. If a lunge is too advanced, you can do a quarter lunge, so just stepping and a little bit, bending. Just a tiny bit, that's all you need. I think 6, 7, and 8. So now I've smashed my left leg, mostly, and I smashed the right obliques. I'm going to do the other side now. So 8. Suitcase deadlift, so yes, I'm working both legs at this moment. And 8, keeping the right leg on the floor, jug in the left hand. This one's a tricky one. If you need to, you hold on. Also, the jug is optional if this is a little too advanced for you. Just doing body weight will be hard enough. I think 1 more, and 8, and then stepping with the right leg in front. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. If you need a break, take it now. If you're feeling okay, let's switch. We're going to do 1 more set of this one. So, suitcase for 8. Everything is 8 repetitions, so that's easy to remember. To the stiff leg deadlift, with the left leg, lifting the right. A good trick here is focusing on lifting the right leg first and letting the torso follow. Whoops. I think 7 and 8, and then lunging forward. And remember to breathe. Inhale, then exhale. Inhale down, exhale up. And 8, switch sides, suitcase deadlift. Stiff leg deadlift. This one you really feel the hamstring. Watch your back, neutral spine. Shoulder blades are engaged and back. And 8, and then the lunge. Remember, you can just do a partial, and you can also use the weights for the first 2 movements and then let it go when it comes to the lunge. The lunge is asking to lift your whole body. That's definitely a lot more work. Excellent. So that's our 2 series. If you need it, again, take a pause, drink some water, and then come right back. You're almost done. You're doing great. All right? You're keeping up. You're taking the time you need, listening to your body. That's just perfect. We're all start at different levels, but as long as you're progressing and you're improving, that's all that matters. Okay? So now we're going to finish with 3 exercises. We're going to touch a little bit the back of the shoulders and the traps in the middle of the back. That's to help with posture, because our lives, everything is rounded this way, computer, driving. So we're going to work at strengthening it a little bit that way. And then we're going to do a core exercise, and we're going to do calf. We're going to work on the calves with calf raises. So first exercise to work the posterior deltoid. We're going to use our towel like we did, but we're going to put it higher. So you got to figure out a way. If you can't get the height in your house or apartment, you can go down on your knees, so that when you row this way, this is called a row to neck, I'm keeping my elbows shoulder height. And at the end, I'm feeling a contraction in the middle of the back and the back of my shoulders. And we're going to do 12 repetitions here. I believe 6, 7, and you'll see I'm using my heels as the fulcrum for my lever. And my core is working hard because as I'm leaning back, it has to stay engaged. We'll do 2 more. Excellent. Our second exercise is going to be a jog lift. We're going to have a stance a little wider than shoulders. If you're familiar with the movement, you can use something that's heavy. If you're not, use a can, something that's very light. And what we're going to do for this movement is we're going to go from touching or reaching towards the toe, keeping it close to the body, rotating, and punching it up to my side. So we're going from one side to the other. We're going to do 8 repetitions. And what's important here when I'm bending is I'm bending at the hips. I'm not using my back. Or I should say, I'm not rounding my back. I'm using the hips to hinge. 6. And this is a good exercise that will transfer to everyday, daily movements. And then we're going to go to the other side. So from right foot to left side. When I'm bending, I'm keeping my abs tight. 4, 5, 6, 7, and you don't have to touch the toes, just reaching down and coming up is perfectly fine. Third exercise, we're going to do calf raises. So here on my squat rack, I have a little bit of a lip. At the house, if you have stairs, that would be great. Make sure you're holding on to the rail. If you don't have any of those, maybe using something very thick but also very sturdy. And if you have nothing, that's okay, do them on the floor. So I'm going to do my heels. The bar is on the ball of the feet. Heels are touching the floor. I'm going to go as high as I can. And I'm going to come right back down, touch, and back up. And I'm going to do 12 of these. If this is really easy for you, you can use a load. You can also do just one calf at a time. But if this is new and you're starting out, believe me, body weight is going to be plenty. We'll do 3 more. So 10, 11, and 12. Your calves should be burning by now. That's our first set. Take a break if you need it. And then let's start our second one. Going back to the row to neck. Towel is shoulder height. I move forward a little bit. Elbows nice and high. Height of the shoulders. Elbows are the height of my shoulders. We're going to do 12 repetitions. Take your time, especially falling back. Don't let gravity do the work. Resist it. 6 more. So 7, 8, 9, 10. Take the time to feel that contraction at the end. 11 and 12. Excellent. This time I'll grab a jug If you're using the can, you can stay with the can. And we're going to go from toe to side. Really, you can start with any side you want. If you feel one side is weaker, start with it. Remember, you're hinging at the hips. 6, 7, and 8. I'm going to have some fun. I'm going to switch the side of the jug as well. Foot to side. Three more. So 6, 7, and 8. Excellent. Last exercise, calf raises. I'm going to do them just on the floor with those people that don't have stairs in the apartment. We're going to go as high as we can. 1, and flat. 2, 3, 4. It'd be good if you held a jug or a weight if you can. If you've been doing exercises during your quarantine, then definitely you can probably do it. 9, 10, 11, and 12. And there you have it, workout number 3, home version with household items. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe and hit that like button. See you soon.